Alright, we're going to take a quick look at a Vetterli side by side with this and see where they kind of were designing the bolt. You know, it still has that thing with the rear locking lugs. Basically that straight pull, very similar. You can see where they kind of took this method, again, 1873 Winchester-ish thing, and kind of took the design from there. Also, you see the big flat thing here on the stock, which is on the 89 and 96 models, kind of very similar, but not quite. So the lines of the stock they kind of copied. They got rid of the trigger spur and that, and of course obviously you have the box magazine, which this is a rimmed case, and this is, I believe, a semi-rimmed, the rimless case, which they decided progressing with the new smokeless ammo to go with. So that's why they kind of have a different magazine system. Alright, and like with any of these old guns, we have a lot of interesting markings on there. Now, the serial numbers are there. I tried to enhance them a bit, and the bolt and everything. And these little marks are inspection, or the cross for Switzerland, some inspection marks. And if you buy the book, it'll explain to you what it is. Now, the P31, any of these guns that have a P means it was for private sale. And what that meant is when the soldier was discharged from the reserves, he was given the option to buy the rifle. And once he did, they put a P on it for private sale or private ownership. And as we go down, we see this one has some interesting stamps on the stock. And the book explains it. What the Giant 1 is, I don't know. An A in that, I'm not quite sure. When they were talking about the butt plate, like the 5 was like the rack number or something. I have no idea what the one in the circle or these markings here are. And that's about it for markings. You will find stuff in the stock, like we have that there. And one of these, this is my other example, has a marking there on the stock. This one has similar markings, no P on it. And the butt stock, yeah, there we go, has a number 7 and that on there. And actually nothing much else. Now the rear sight, here you have your graduation in meters. As you can see, I'm not quite sure what those are because there's a whole series of small numbers here running, starting at about 3 and going up to 20. Maybe these were the quick ones, quick call out, or I'm sorry, not 20, 2,000, 1,500, 1,503. So maybe this was a quick way to identify your distances. Then we have our barrel bands, one there, another here with the bayonet lug, stacking hook, and then a lot of these will come with this muzzle protector. And very simply, you can just pull it off by giving a little shove there. I can't do it. You know, pushing it, it just kind of by pressure goes on there. And if you look, I don't know if we can see it, but this is a free floating barrel. There is a little sleeve here, which this barrel floats freely. Let me see if I can stand the other one up. Yes, you can see it here, the brass thing that's in the stock there. And when I do the disassembly video, we'll take a look at it. and stacking hook. That's what that little bent rod is. Okay, now let's talk about the general operation of the gun. Alright, how this weapon works: you grasp the knobs, pull it back, push forward, and that would load a round into the weapon. Now this ring here serves two purposes. One, if you notice there's another notch here, you pull this out, go into the side like that, and now the gun is on safe. You would withdraw it, turn it back to where it catches the sear. The sear is right here. So that's your safety. And also, if you fired the weapon and had a dud, you had the option of recocking for a second strike. Now, they loaded the mag with them cardboard charging devices. 2 6-rounders will go in there to put your 12 rounds in. This lever here is the magazine cutoff. And how this works is this one's set to feed. This is like in the middle, and if you push this all the way up here, okay, so middle, and then you push up. Now what happens is in here, when you push up, it drops the magazine down. That's basically, I believe, your magazine cutoff. Okay? And when you push it down, it pushes the mag up. And then when you take this lever and push it all the way down, it kind of disengages the mechanism that holds the magazine in, which latches onto this here. So, push it up, feed, cut off. Kind of unusual, but that's how the mag works. And to remove the bolt from this weapon, you see this serrated thing here? Well, you depress that down. And what you would do is pull back, depress this down, this lever, and your bolt comes right out. To get it back in, kind of line it up, make sure that little thing's lined up, press down on this lever again, and in she goes. Fairly simple. Okay? Fairly simple to operate. And that's basically your general operation and use of the 1889. And other than the magazines being different, the bolts operate the same way. Safety and all that on all the models. Alright, one thing I forgot, and you might find on these guns, if you look at this here, there's a little piece of sheet metal on the arm for the magazine cut off and release. Okay, and I believe what this does is this locks out your magazine cutoff. So what you would do is take a screwdriver and pry this little thing off of here. And that's what it looks like. And that's what it looks like, this little piece of sheet metal. Now we can operate cutoff, mag, and then this one here obviously didn't have the magazine out much. You'd have to depress that down to get it out. But that's how it works. And then that would just pop right back on in there. So if you have something like that or you can't get it to function, check for this thing and make sure you don't damage it. Alright, well that's my basic overview of the gun, how it operates. You know, it's a pretty simple weapon, but the magazine thing, you know, you have to kind of fool with how to take the bolt out. So that should get you down. Now the videos where I disassemble the bolt, disassemble the gun, and look at some of the other markings and that, those are all going to be videos on this gun until we move on to the next general video of the next model.